This point in time is a very big turning point in the history of environmental activism, and as our point of no return approaches, we continue to wonder why trees are still being slaughtered by the millions and being raised for early deaths. Trees planted in cities almost always die earlier than they have to, living up to about 15 years instead of 150. Think about it. There's such an easy difference to see between the trees planted in cities and those that are in forests, and we wonder why that's the case. Many people might think that trees just can't thrive in cities, but that's not it either. It's just the way that we're planting them. Trees planted in cities are often planted with aesthetic and policy reasons in mind over the health of the actual tree, which means that they're planted individually, far apart, and surrounded by interlocking with very little soil around them. The soil is hard-packed and doesn't allow the roots to grow freely, nor does it allow the water or air to pass through to get to the roots. An alternative and more effective planting method is a pocket woodland design. What a pocket woodland design does differently is planting in diverse and closely planted groups of trees and shrubs on raised mounds of soil called berms. This allows the roots to grow more freely, and water and nutrients can be shared through the roots. In comparison to compacted city soil, the raised soil provides more depth and aeration, so the roots can grow without the physical resistance of hard soil. More air is available to them, and water is easily accessible without pooling. Mycorrhizal networks are extensive networks built underground by fungi and have the ability to send water, nutrients, and information between trees. For example, if one tree is lacking in a certain resource, other trees can use the mycorrhizal networks to send some of their own reserves. And trees can also send stress signals to each other if they're dying from pests or diseases, and this triggers a defense mechanism in other trees that they send to the sick tree to help them out. This sharing of information builds resilience in the trees as they're learning about more possible problems they might have to encounter. And this is the benefit of planting different kinds of trees closer together. They don't compete, but they support each other. Diversity is also a key factor in improving the resilience of groupings of trees and shrubs from pests, disease, and climate conditions. Since each species has its own strengths and weaknesses, having a diversity of them will ensure that not all of the plants will die at once. The same way that social connections and diversity improve our lives, they improve those of trees as well. So if pocket woodland models seem like a small solution, think of them as a stepping stone in the right direction. By providing our cities with dense and mature canopies, they can help chip away at all of the issues that we've been talking about in an urban setting, like climate change, inequalities, and mental and physical well-being. We hope that you've changed the way that you see city trees, as frustrating as it is to see them surviving instead of thriving. And we hope that you share this video and the message of urban trees and all that they stand for. Healthy roots mean healthy trees, and healthy trees mean healthy cities.